Okay.
女士们、先生们，欢迎来到李世锋茶谈录。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a tea with Li. Today, with great honor and pleasure, we are having Maya Wenxiangge from Bolivia to share with us her life story on Wushu and also to be the specialist of international trade. So Maya has training Wushu for quite a long time with the family, with the team. So Maya, and why and how you choose Wushu to be your hobby, then later possibly to be part of your profession?
Oh, okay. I think Wushu has always been in my family. Like since I was little, I was like seeing my father doing Wushu, and he will tell me that since I was a little girl, I will just follow the movements and do Tai Chi because I do Tai Chi, and I think I chose it since I was little because I really like it. I grew up with this, and now I'm still doing it. And now I'm living in China. I'm studying my master. I also study my major in China. I graduated last year, and now I'm doing my master in international trade.
Cool. As you mentioned that you were born in a Wushu family. Your father
Yeah.
is the master of Wushu, and since you are maybe you was born, you started to be in this environment, and you know, no matter you train or not, you see how your father train every day, and you grapple with this, right? So, and since when you start to realize, I found it interesting, and because some of them, like the people like you, when they were a child, they also saw their parents training wushu, but with time goes by, they are not so interested in it. So how you keep going from beginning, when you were born until about 20s, for 20 years, you are still so passionate on it?
I really like it from the beginning, but when I was growing up, first I did Kung Fu and Tai Chi, of course, but then I really love doing Tai Chi, like, and all my family does, like, even my brother, my sister, since they were little, we were teach like that, and they also teach us like a way of living, not just like doing martial arts. It's just a way of living, so that's why it was always on my mind, and I was always remembering this. And I think when I was 12 years old, I started to practice like every week in the school that my dad has. And I did it. I compete. My first international competition was in China, actually. And since then, I think I really loved doing it. And I still love to do it. And now that I'm in China, it's like I get the spirit of martial arts everywhere. Even when I wake up, I see in the parks people doing Tai Chi. I really get happy when I see this.
Cool. And I'm happy that you enjoy that from the very beginning until right now and so passionate on it. So I met some friends whom, for example, like you, their father or mother, they are a great martial artist, and they feeling kind of, pressure. For example, when they grow up, like to be adult, sometimes they feeling pressure to carry their parents' legacy. Their parents are great martial artists, so they want their martial art to be the lineage of their family, right? So do you have this kind of pressure, or you can, you feel free to choose what you want to be?
Oh, I don't feel any pressure actually, because I remember when my father asked me, do you really like to do it? Or you're just doing it because you have free time, you want to do something? And I told him like, no, I really like to do it. Like, I think it's my passion. I think it was a way to express myself since I was little, and he knows I enjoy doing it, and I think every member of the family has the same feeling because we really love martial arts. We love Wushu. We love China, and this is part of us.
Yeah, so for this part, I just want to double check with you personally because
Yeah.
I stay with your family for, in Bolivia, in China. I know how much all of them, like your parents, your brothers, sisters, they are so amazingly passionate on it and they really work hard on training. Not
Yes.
because my parents are masters, so I training less. No, they even training harder, to be
Yes.
the model for the other teammates is quite impressive. So now you mentioned that you are in China studying in Beijing. So how is your schedule? So you take some 1 hour, 2 hour for training in a couple of weeks or every day, or so how you keep your practice going on and to improve, and how you think about as an adult, to train, or as a kid, a teenager to train. What's the difference?
Okay. I was living until August in Beijing. Now I'm living in Shanghai. I moved here recently. When I was in Beijing, I was trying to always find time to practice, at least 1-2 hours, because I was in my last year of my major, and but I always find time to do it because it gave me peace. And also my family came last year. They came and we went to compete in the World Championship that was in Omeishan. And we also went to Shaolin Temple. So we were learning Kung Fu there for about 2 weeks. So we practiced there. It's the first time we compete as a family. Like everyone was so impressed because in the group form, we were the family doing it. So I really enjoyed it. Like everyone enjoyed, and it was the first time, and we did it. And now, yeah, I still practice. I try to practice almost every day in order for me to not forget anything. And every time I have time, I try to practice and remember everything that I know.
Cool, and I'm so happy that in Emeishan, your family, 6 of you guys, to be in a team, and the whole family joined in. It's a big, show to express Wushu is really like the gene of your family. It's amazing that, of course, it will impress every single person. I always impressed by how your parents, how your brothers, sisters, how they training hard and they compete. I remember clearly in 2018. So when your younger sister Vara to join the International Shaolin Festival, and in about 15 minutes, maybe she joined 4 different competition. I was totally, shocked, and of course I know she can do, but but to see how she shift the uniform to join another, because Taiji and Shaolin together, one after another, it was quite amazing. So you mentioned that you was in the competition. How do you feel, to training in your school or alone, or and in the competition? Do you feel any stress? Or how you deal with this stress?
While competing?
Yeah. Do you feel stress or not at all? If you feel,
yeah, of
how
course.
you deal with it?
Every time, I think everyone feels a little bit of stress, but when we compete for the first time, they already create something, and I joined them because I was in China. So we practiced the time we had, and then but we did it good because we also did it in the past. like it's a form that we always do. Just we add small details because they need the creation of the form. So we practice together as a family, and even the reporters and the news were like impressed, and they even did like I don't know if you saw it on WeChat. It was like a Bolivian family competes in international competition, and everyone was seeing it. Everyone was impressed, and it was an interview actually. So the video was really nice because they show how we prepare, how we train, how even my little brother, my little sister prepare, train, and then we competed, and it was great. It was great. We feel great. Like I think everyone was really excited to compete there.
You mean somehow the excitement overcome the stress, you know? So
yeah,
you are
because
dive into.
We always feel nervous or stressed, but I think when you're on the stage or like about to compete, I think you forget about everything because it's all the years that took you to train, and you get excited. At least me and my family are always excited to compete, and my father always tells us the next competition is here, or the next competition is in about 1 year or 2 years. So it's always in our mind, and when we're there, we're really excited to compete because it's finally the time.
So you are ready all the time somehow.
Yes, somehow, yes, we are.
Yeah, okay, cool. And so have you have any like embarrassment on the stage? You forget the routine. So I had this. I remember a few years ago when I competed, you know, I forgot because in a sort of way it's about like the stress, the nervous, and on the other hand is that routine I'm not really familiar with. So how have you ever had this kind of situation? You feel today I made a mistake and I feeling lost, and if you had this, how you overcome it?
Okay, I have experience to share with this because when in 2022 it was the Pan American in Brazil, and this was the first time for me to create my own form. Because of my age, I have to create it, and I never did it before. So I think 6 months before, we started to create and train hard every day because it was the first time in a Pan American, at least for me. And we did it. It was not easy. I watched a lot of videos at that time, a lot of videos. I will spend all my time training because I was not having class at that moment. So all my time was to train and to create my form, to watch videos, train. So when we went to Brazil, we had to choose a song while we do our form. And when we were on the stage, I was not the first one, I was the second one. And I saw some problems like with Wara and Big Wara. She was competing and the music was failing somehow. But she was still doing it, and I was really nervous for like the same problem to me. And when I was there, yeah, it happened. I don't know what happened with the music. So I think that was a little bit of distraction for us, but we still did it. And I remember the people that were commenting about because there is some people that are, while there is live, they're commenting. So they were like, oh, they're still doing it. They didn't stop. Oh, Jayo. So we did it. And no matter what, we still overcome this. And yeah, I think that that was the time that I really got nervous. And it was the first time in a Pan American. But also in the national competitions, yeah, we always feel nervous, but we try to overcome, thinking that we work hard for this moment, so we have to do it. Or even if there's some failure, like the music or anything, we have to keep going.
Definitely. Because I used to lead the team, to join the competition. Sometimes the strange things happened as well, like the music assistantly stopped, or some people, when they have sword or saber, the strings, falling down on the ground, or sometimes, because not only you, maybe you and the other players, you are sharing the same mat, maybe you are getting extremely close. Some people start to forgetting about what they're supposed to do. But I'm so grateful that you are sharing the story about how you deal with this possibly, assistant happened. And okay, so this is a little story about your experience and on Wushu. So now back to your major right now. So why and how you choose international trade as your major, possibly later their profession?
Oh, okay. My major is not international trade. This is my master, but my major is international relations. I choose this major because I always love this political issues, and I always wanted to become a diplomat, just like my father. And I think this is my dream job, and that's why I choose this. And now I choose international trade because I think that Bolivia has great chances, and I want to help my country. And I think that I can do it in the future with China. And now that I know the relations between China and Bolivia, I think I can improve this relation. So that's why I choose my major, to help my country.
Cool. So you mean in the very beginning, you studied international relations, and now it's international trade, somehow like this,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, your father is a great specialist and also officer for international relations. He did fantastic works to build the bridge between Bolivia and the other countries, particularly with China. And so how you see your father, I mean, you get some influence because of him, but how you see him as an international relation specialist? I mean, I believe it takes a lot of works sometimes, because the jet lag, you even have no time to rest, right? So are you ready for this?
yes. I saw my father in good times, bad times. I saw him like no resting, working hard every time. And I think he's my inspiration for everything that I do. And yeah, I know that it's a lot of work, and I think someday I want to become the ambassador of my country in China. That's like my dream job. And I know I saw my father doing everything, and he works really, really hard. I know it's not easy sometimes. You have to do a lot of things. You have to travel, you have to solve problems. But yeah, I'm ready for that.
Cool. And so happy to hear about this. And also, when I share the journey with your family in Bolivia and also in China, to be a, international relations specialist, sometimes, no matter to be anything, especially particular to be international relation specialist, you cannot please everybody, and you cannot please every party and the country, right? So for sure, some people will have the opposite opinion with you, and how you being ready to deal with this. Maybe some people, the parties or the, the opposite part, they give you a lot of pressure. And sometimes even your allies, they start to be shaken. How you think about this situation?
Okay. I know it's not really easy. I know that every time no one is gonna agree, like not everyone is gonna agree. I know this, but I think communication is always the key for everything. And I know that somehow you can make a deal with. Maybe you can negotiate something, or if you have a problem, you can talk about it. You can find solutions, and I think that's what a diplomat or someone who's working with international affairs do. Like it's about solving problems and find a solution that is good for both sides, not only one side. So a solution that is fair. So yeah, I know these issues, and I will try to find the best solution for all the problems that I will have.
Cool. Maybe sometimes when you're feeling a little bit, depressed or disappointed, Wushu could be the way to energize you up, right?
Yes, yeah. Even when I'm studying or when I have my exams, because here there's a lot of pressure in China when it comes to studying, especially when you have exams. And I think when I'm stressed or when I feel like I have a lot of pressure, I just do Tai Chi, and then somehow I forget about everything and I relax. I enjoy doing it, and this is what I was always. It will always be on my mind. Like if you're stressed or if you're nervous or if you have any problem, you can do meditation or you can do Tai Chi.
Sure. Tai Chi, as we shared that maybe Tai Chi is the meditation in motion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And so you mentioned that you are in master degree for international trade. So are you going to take the doctor degree, or what will be your first action down to earth to build no matter trading or to build a greater relationship between Bolivia and the other country? What will be?
What will be the actions?
Yeah, I mean, you are going to, firstly, are you going to take a doctor degree? I mean, for this.
Okay.
And secondly, after your scholar, studying, what is your action down to earth to build no matter the relationship between Bolivia and the other countries or the trading?
I'm thinking about getting my doctoral degree. Since I graduated last year, I did it right away, my master. So I graduated, it was like after 2 months, I started my master, and my master is gonna be 2 years and a half. I already been like 1 semester, so I have 2 years more. And a lot of people ask me, what's your plan after graduating? And I think I would like first to stay a little bit in China to see how's everything, how I can like work or how I can help my country from China. And then I think I will go to Bolivia and also see like where I can help, where I can provide something, how can I help. And I think that will be my first step in order to help wherever they need me.
Cool. And I used to travel in different towns and places in Bolivia. For example, like the capital La Paz, and which is considered as the with the highest altitude, capital in the world, and also the Uyuni, the mirror of the heaven, and also the Lake Titicaca. So for the Chinese people, we are dreamed to travel in Latin America, also Bolivia as well. So what you recommend us to try, in Bolivia?
A lot of people ask me this question, and I always tell them that Bolivia has magical places, a lot of magical places. And the most important thing is that it's not in only one place. Like, you have to see all of the places because they're so different. And I think the salt flat, like the mirror of the sky, they call it, is a really beautiful place. I think everyone at least once in their life has to see it because it's unbelievable. Like, it's so beautiful. Once you're there, you're really impressed. I had the chance to do, like, before coming to China in 2022. I went in October, and I had the chance to do Taiji there, and I recorded a video there with my master Singal, and we did this video, and everyone loved this video because you can see like the salt flat, and we were doing Taiji there. So it's really beautiful. And I think you have to try everything in Bolivia. You have to try the food. You have to travel around the cities. You have to meet the people. The people is always kind to foreigners. They love it. They love when they see people from China, from all over the world come to Bolivia. They're always welcome.
Cool. And I did the same, exactly same like you. I did some, Taiji performance in Uyuni, and I filmed it. It was the picture and the video was quite amazing because you only can see what? You only can see the crystallized white salt reflecting with the blue sky. And you, at that moment, you're feeling real what we Chinese people call 天地人, the heaven, the earth, and the human being. So it's quite spiritual place to feel, because everything in greatly simplicity. And also the Titicaca, and I swam over there actually a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I swam. It's frozen. So, and with Leslie and Giovanni, we traveled over there. I say, can I swim here? They say it's cold. I say, well, let me try. So also, even I forgot, Leslie gave me a local name, and sing a song in an indigenous way to pray for me, and then I swam in the lake. It was quite, for me it was quite touching. So now back to your recommendation. So in Bolivia, you should try the foods, and also to talk with the local people, and also try the different place, no matter they are tourist place or some, like a daily life or, place. So in Bolivia, I saw some local people, indigenous people, also some immigration. Okay. Are they sometimes having trouble with each other? Because now this world is become somehow a village. So people can travel to no matter anywhere, let's say, much more easy than before. So the immigration issue almost happens in any country. How you think this immigration issue in Bolivia? And how you give the suggest that these immigrations to immerse in the local life, to be friend with the local people.
Like you said, there's a lot of indigenous people in my country, and I think it's one of the countries that still has some traditions nowadays. They live like this, and even when you go to La Paz, you can see the cholitas. They still wear the costume, and people get really impressed about this, especially foreigners, because they're not used to see people like that wearing the traditional clothes in the city while they're living in the daily life, like they use it. And when it comes to immigration, I think if you move, like I saw every person that moves to Bolivia, first they come to visit, and then they really want to move there because it's amazing. Like they never seen this before, and I think they really enjoy living there. And Bolivia, I think, is a country that always welcomes everyone, and it's a country that you can see many kinds of many ways of living, and I think it's very good, like for Bolivia to welcome from all over the world, like people from all over the world. Is good for the country, and it's good for the people to come to see. They have to see.
Cool. I mean, to travel over there is one thing, right? But to, for example, to immigrate to there, and it's quite challenging, and how, I mean, the indigenous people see the new immigration. And of course, for example, I just came back from Germany. Now, because the conflict, in different places around the world. So in Germany, they have many immigration. Sometimes, the immigrations or the refugees. So they moved to a new place, and then, the locals, of course, most of the human being, we have our humanity. We are social beings. We help each other, and but sometimes when the resource is limited, maybe the conflict could happen. So how do you think about this? Because this, domestic problem will reflect the international problem, right? So how you think about this, the possible conflict between the indigenous people and the modern immigration? They had some trouble, or a big accident happened in the history of Bolivia, or they dive to cross the life with each other smoothly.
I think in the past, indigenous people were not included in anything. Historically, we know this, like they were not included in almost anything, but now we can see a big change. They're even in the government, they're working in important institutions. They're making a big role in the country, I think, and this is a big change. And when it comes to immigration or conflicts, I think indigenous people not only, like, they have philosophy, they have a way of living. If you come to my country, you're part of it. You're like sister, like brother. You're not like someone who doesn't belong to the place. They really include everyone because they know that everyone is part of, like, everyone is living in Mother Earth. So we're all brothers, we're all sisters. And if there's a conflict, we have to overcome it because we're a family. We're like a family. So this is a way of living, and that's the way of thinking for them, for us. So I think that's the answer.
Okay. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for your great and lovely experience on Wushu, and also especially Taiji. You love the best, and also the quite, challenging question, possibly because we never talked before, which question I will offer to you, but you give me face-to-face and by the direct of your profession and of your instinct. And I wish that your dream will come true to, to help no matter international relations or international trade between Bolivia and the other countries. And once again, for any of you whom are watching us, if you would like to have a Taiji master, and welcome to contact with Maya, and she will give you great experience and teaching on Tai Chi, and also for the ones who would like to build a friendship, trading, and relationship from your country with Bolivia, and Maya certainly is the one you are looking for. And all the company that we are, the trading company, the Association of International Relations. And once again, thank you so much, Maya.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really grateful for this.
Okay, see you. I forgot how to say. I remember that in Bolivia you do like Pachamama, right? You give the worship to the Mother Earth, and how you make the ending, to pray to the Pachamama.
Oh, we say Hayaya.
Hayaya, yes.
Yeah.
Hayaya. I remember that with your father, with your family, you say Hayaya Bolivia.
Yes,
like
Hayaya
this.
Bolivia.
Okay, Hayaya Bolivia. Okay, see you, Maya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.